Sarah from Sarah Styles here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 3 things that are scary as a Poshmark seller on eBay and how to overcome them, tips and tricks so that you can be successful on eBay. I'll also be sharing 2 things as a bonus at the end of the video that I love about eBay that makes me more successful on eBay than it does on Poshmark. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I did a survey on my Poshmark or on my Instagram asking and on my Facebook pages, all of my social media about what was the scariest things converting to eBay as a Poshmark seller. And the 3 things that came up the most were returns, shipping, and then scammers. So I am going to dig deep and show you tips and tricks and also just debunk some of these things that it's not really that scary on eBay. It doesn't happen that often. So I'm going to be starting with returns. So on eBay, you have various different things that you can choose for returns. eBay really does want to make the customer happy. And so they do things with that in mind. But from a seller's perspective, a happy customer means they're coming back to the platform. They are buying more things from you. eBay is the biggest reselling platform. It is competition or trying to compete a little bit with Amazon. So free shipping, free returns is really something that they're encouraging. You do not have to do free returns. You do not have to do returns at all. Although I have heard they're going to enforce it and you're going to have to do returns sometime this year, but that has not been the case. I'm filming this in February of 2021. So, but it is going to help, right? So as a buyer, remember, think about like, I won't buy anything if I can't return it. I have yet to return anything, but I'd like to know that I have that option, as well as the percentage is really low. And I'm going to show you that. So I have returns on. However, the buyer has to pay to ship the return back. So that is one of the options. And I choose that because I sell mainly women's clothing and shoes. And most of my returns are for fit. And so I don't want to have to pay for shipping when something doesn't fit. If it's for a different reason, I absolutely always pay for shipping if it was my fault, but I don't for shipping. But I want to show you my return rate. So this is an eBay. My return rate is 3.97%. 3% of my transactions have been returned and I have returns turned on. Let me show you my analytics for eBay versus Poshmark. I am making double the amount. So this is the Sarah Style Sales and Trends dashboard. If you're not familiar with my channel, you can have access to these analytics. It's a Google Sheet dashboard that I sell. You import your data and then all of the analytics that I show you, you'll have as well. I want to give you the tools and resources to be able to look at your numbers as well. So for me, eBay, I'm looking at last year, the last full 12 months, I am double on eBay than I am on Poshmark. So even with 4% of my sales being returned, I'm still making significantly more money on eBay. It is completely worth it for me. Another thing I'll say about returns as well is Poshmark says, hey, or eBay says, hey, this has sold before. It's a good item, and they kind of give it a bit more exposure. Most of the time when I have a return, I have a little box back here. It gets relisted for free. So it gets sent back to you. It's, a couple buttons that you accept the return. eBay does all the work, and then they relist it for free. And before I even put away my returns, most of them have already sold again because eBay's like, hey, this is sold once. It's a good item. You have returns turned on. So we're going to give it more exposure. So that is the first thing for returns. And I don't mind doing returns. 4% of $50,000 almost that I made on eBay in a year is completely worth it to me. The second thing is shipping. Poshmark is easy. I get it. I know you slap a label on, it doesn't matter the box, it doesn't matter, but I'm going to show you a quick shipping. I do women's clothing, shoes, and purses. So this is going to be shipping for that, but it really is easy once you figure it out. You can do various different things for shipping. You can do calculated shipping to where you just have to put in how much it weighs, and then they can see how much it will cost to go there. They pay that price, and then that's what it is. That works out really nicely if you have your weights. Most Poshmark people, when they're converting their Poshmark closet over to eBay, do not have weights on any of their items. So that wasn't really an option for me when I started converting all of my stuff over to Poshmark. It's an option for me now. However, I choose to do a flat rate. I'm in the middle of the country. I'm in Colorado. So it costs me about the same amount of money to send items regardless of where they go. So I say, hey, if it's under 1 pound, I charge this price. If it's 2 to 3 pounds, I charge this price. If it's 3 to 4 pounds, I charge this price. I have the weights in my listings. And then I know what price to charge. If you are, say, on one side of the country, it could take a lot more money for something to ship from New York to, say, LA, as it would from New York to Connecticut, right? So calculated shipping may be the better way to go for you once you have your weights in there. What I started with was flat rate shipping in boxes, right? So we've all seen the padded flat rate envelopes. We've seen the medium-sized boxes and the large boxes. Typically speaking, those are going to be a little bit more expensive for the type of items that I sell. But it was an easy way for me to say, like, I could look at most of my items as I was putting them from Poshmark to eBay and say, hey, that's a dress. I know it's going to fit here. Hey, those are boots. I know it's going to fit in a medium box. And so that was a good way for me to kind of figure out shipping and learn how to do it before, as I started to learn how much things weighed and what the better way to go from there was. You can get all of your USPS shipping supplies for free. I will link that down below, USPS shipping supplies. You can get them all for free. So work with those, figure out what works for those, and get all. You don't have to pay to have all these different boxes or save boxes or whatever it is. So you can get those all for free. What I am doing now that I have found is the cheapest. So like I said, I have a flat rate now. Anything that's under 1 pound is first class. So anything that you weigh, once you start weighing your items, anything under 1 pound, it is going to be the cheapest to send it first class. However, I put a second option on eBay to make it a priority option, and I just do a calculated for that, so that you have insurance, right? So with priority, you get a little added insurance if it's something that someone wants to make sure that they have the insurance on, or, it's like a purse or something that costs a lot of money or a really high-end item, they may want to opt into that. So I have two options if it's under 1 pound, and I charge a flat rate of $4.99 with the rates right now. I've done the analysis being in the middle of the state or the country. It's roughly around $5 for me to ship. Sometimes it's, $3.82 and sometimes it's $5.42, right? But it all kind of evens out. So I do $4.99 because it's easy for the buyers to see. It's easy for my lister. If it's over 1 pound and it fits in a flat rate envelope. So this is going to be jeans. Most jeans are going to be over 1 pound, but they fit nicely into a flat rate envelope. Some heavier dresses that are going to fall into this. Sometimes shoes, smaller shoes. I've put dance coats in flat rate because they're heavier, but they fit in that flat rate envelope. So if you're not familiar, this is a flat rate envelope, and it can ship for one flat fee no matter how much it weighs. So anything that fits in there that's over 1 pound, I do at that price, and eBay has it at $7.76. So you get a discount if you purchase from eBay, which I do because it's easy. You just go in there, you purchase your label, and you stick it on. You can go other places. I've found it's not any cheaper in the long run, and it does cost more money to go outside of eBay for what I sell. So if it fits in a flat rate, 1 pound over. So 2 to 3 pounds. Once you get over 1 pound, you have to go to priority mail, which means you have insurance, but anything over 1 pound and does not fit in a flat rate is priority mail. Anything 3 pounds or higher, and it fits in this medium flat rate, is going to be, it's like $13.99, I think is what I charge. If it fits in a medium flat rate and it's over 3 pounds, it's going to be cheaper to send it that way. If it's between, over 1 pound and under 3 pounds, and it doesn't fit in a flat rate envelope is going to be cheaper just to do the priority mail. You can do it calculated, or you can figure out what flat rate makes sense for you. So I hope this is helpful. I wrote it all out to help you. Feel free to ask questions down below as well. So let's get to the third thing is scammers. So I know this is scary. There's been a lot of scary things on social media. Hey, I got scammed this way, I got scammed that way. And just keep in mind a couple of things. One, you only hear the bad things, right? People aren't like, hey, I've had all of these good sales and this is great. No, what gets on social media is, hey, look at this really bad scammer, right? Like that's what goes on social media. That's the majority of what you're going to see. So I did a poll in my Instagram. Keep in mind, I'm not like a ginormous channel by any means, but I wanted to see how many people have actually gotten scammed on eBay. And when I talk about scammed, I'm talking not someone reached out to you and wanted you to ship them something, or it was like a fake account, because that can happen on Poshmark, Mercari, all of that. And it's pretty easy to tell. If you're on eBay, don't send something until you get the money. That's it. Once you get the money, Poshmark or eBay kind of takes over, and there is security there if something happens. But once you have the money, there's not really much that can happen. I have been selling consistently on eBay almost a year, and I have yet to have anything happen. In all of the returns, my 4% of returns, they've all come back with the tag still on if they're new at tag, no stains, weren't worn, no hole, like everything's come back the same way as I sent it in all of the items. But I wanted to do a survey to see if it was just me or if that was the consensus for the community. 95% of people who are on eBay and sell on eBay have never been scammed from my Instagram audience. I think there was 75 people who filled out that survey. So that's a pretty good amount, for my little channel, but 95% of people who never have. So those 5% that said, hey, I've been scammed, I reached out to them and said, okay, what happened? What was this? Two of them was, hey, someone said they were going to buy something and they never paid. I don't consider that a scam. So I took that out, right? So now we're up a few percent as well. And then there were a couple people that were, I sent a authenticated purse out. Someone was like, I sent out a purse and it was a real purse, and they filed a return and sent me back a fake. So that happened to one person. Let me remind you, I'll show you this again just to kind of prove a point. One person out of everyone that I surveyed, myself included, had a bad issue. That's $47,000 I would be missing out on eBay if I let that one person scare me. That is such a small percent. And even if it was, okay, so it was an authentic purse and you sent it out and you lose $400, that's still $50,000 that I would be losing if I let that one $400 sale scare me, right? So I'm going to share with you guys two things that I absolutely love about eBay and why I prefer eBay to Poshmark. Now, before I do that, I want to make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button if you like content like this. I am doing a series, and I will link that playlist at the end of this video on eBay. What do I call it? eBay how-to tutorials, right? So I go through and I show you how to bulk edit, and I show you how to do a shipping, and lots of all of these little nuances in eBay. I have a series where I go through and do step-by-step tutorials. They're usually pretty quick to help you guys get onto eBay. If there's certain things that you want to see, make sure to drop those notes down below and give a like. So let's get into the bonus two things that I really like about eBay and why I'm starting to prefer eBay over Poshmark. I will say this time last year, Poshmark was my main squeeze. I was making more money on Poshmark, but I noticed that I was tapping out. So I really started to put my time and energy into learning eBay. And the two things that really keep me, minus obviously the money, right? I've showed you double what I make on Poshmark in less time. And that is because they have analytics. eBay's analytics are absolutely amazing. And you don't have to get into them to the extent that I do, but just being able to know how your items are performing. You can see views. Hey, here's a listing and it's getting views. That means my SEO is well. That means that, my title is good, but then it goes further and shows you your click-through rate. So people are seeing this, but are they actually clicking on it? And if they're not clicking on it, okay, let me go change the price or change a picture or better description. What is causing this item to not be clicked on? And then you have a sales conversion rate. So how many of my items are actually converting into sales? So you don't have to get deep into the analytics. They have significantly more analytics, and I will talk about it on my channel and link those in the playlist at the end as I go through and do these. But the analytics just make you be able to be a better reseller. You're not throwing items out into Poshmark and hoping they stick, hoping people see them, not having any idea of how you're actually performing. The second thing that I really like, and it really saves me a lot of time, they have a lot of bulk editing, including sales. So I can go in when I first started and I had shipping one way, I can go in and say, okay, that's not working for me anymore. Go in and click on all of my items and change them at one time. It takes 30 seconds. I can go in and change the price. I can add this to it. It's very less time consuming because I have those tools and resources to be able to do that, as well as sales, right? You can run a sale on there. You can pick certain items that you want. You can pick categories. You can set a rule and say, hey, any items that fall, any jackets, even new ones that I list, any jackets that I have, run this sale on them for however much you want. And there's analytics on it. So you run a sale and it tells you, did you actually make sales from this sale? So those are the things that I really like. Do make sure to watch this playlist if you want to learn more about eBay and how to get on eBay and how to use the tools, how to list, all these different things. Make sure to hit that playlist. YouTube thinks that you should be watching this video, and then make sure to subscribe. Have a good day.